In today's story, Noah actually does something that makes me like him. He seems to be the only character in the show that convinces Kaiba to get stoned. Get ready for family therapy, all my fellow feature outlaws. This is a card game versus humanity, and I am the NKKGG. Finally back with that recap I think I used to do. I'm not really sure. I've been too busy just pulling absolute fire lately. Yeah, this is Yu-Gi-Oh, right? If you enjoyed, don't forget that sub, that bell, that like, hit up the Patreon, and become a member of the channel if you want to support me. And leave a comment telling me if you think it doesn't really matter. About a third of the duel is just Noah attacking a monster with Gradius over and over again for about 100 damage. I think it does. I think it's stupid. But you want to know what else doesn't matter? Yes, that's right. It's Mokuba. At least according to Noah, who says Seto's always treated him like a third-rate brother with a fourth-rate bloodline. He dares Kaiba to attack directly so Mokuba will take all the damage and die, I guess? They never really make it clear the level of damage capable in the virtual world here.
This is a no-brainer. Kaiba has to attack him and win this duel.
Anyone else surprised that Duke was the one to have absolutely no mercy and just told him to attack anyways? I'm not. Just like true lovers, Yugi says, "I thought so," when Kaiba does the manly thing and ends his turn, choosing to save his brother from an unexplained level of damage. Now that it's back to Noah's turn, he's able to use his Deckmaster's 30-second secret ability, banishing all his monsters from his ship, even if they were used as fodder or not. So I guess just, seriously, are they just infinite? Moving them all from play again, transferring all their Genki to him, giving him 500 life points for each one. As much as I hate Noah, the one reason I love this play is because it reminds me of Soul Absorption, and well, I love Grand Maju deck. Now Noah has 6,400 life points, far more than when he even began this duel. And wait, can you guess what he's gonna do next? Can you? It's another field wipe. Now that Kaiba has no monsters on the field, Noah decides to just end his turn without doing anything at all, leaving Kaiba caught between his love for dual monsters and his love for the only person in the world who hasn't realized how big of a dick he is yet. We then get a flashback of Gozaburo Kaiba showing his new sons what happens when you get married. Ignore the fact that we saw most of these flashbacks about 2 episodes ago at most. Also, don't pay any attention to Noah saying how touching of a story that was, even though all those flashbacks were inside Seto's head, and I'm not really sure how we heard any of it. Let's pay attention to the main character of this show. Yes, I actually mean Yugi for once in 20 episodes. Telling Kaiba that he has been through this bullshit before with Joey Wheeler. Unfortunately, all this does is cause them both to do their best impression of your average American mom and dad.
Kaiba, listen to me! No thanks.
Don't you remember, Kaiba? Don't you remember Joey getting brainwashed and almost dueling me to death in that season that never actually got resolved yet? The answer might be in your deck. The answer might be one of the 3 monsters that we pay attention to outside of the God cards. Can you guess which one it is, my love? Kaiba finally takes his turn but doesn't like the card he draws. Switching different dimension dragon back into defense mode. Okay, so it is still there. Good. I mean, sassiness aside, that is the second time that card got destroyed when the whole point of it is like to not get destroyed. Luckily for us, though, Noah's turn comes with a lovely scenery change, so you don't actually realize how long this duel has taken.
Eventually, cities grew and large corporations controlled the world.
Well, at least you got that part right. Once Noah wins this duel and takes over Seto's body, he's gonna turn him back into the war pig that he once was, gathering evil minds that plot destruction like some evil sorcerer of death's construction. You can see it now in the fields the body is burning as Kaiba Corp, his war machine, just keeps turning. Huh. I don't know where that came from. For some reason, a monster summoning in this duel comes out of a background building piece that spawned maybe 5 seconds ago, summoning Gradius to the field and making Duke Devlin super horny. Then uses 3 fucking cards to turn a basic 1200 attack point monster into a 1500 attack point monster with piercing damage. I'm not even going to go into detail why that's friggin' horrible. Fortunately for Seto, what was once his monster's advantage has now become its weakness. Giving him on a 5-turn clock that's just oh so scary, he just draws a card and ends his turn right away. Man, he doesn't really want to give up that stock to Mokuba, does he? Seto Kaiba then speaks directly to the TV audience.
You may control this little virtual fantasy land, but there's no way you'll make it in the real world.
And naturally, because the environment changed, the cards that Noah draws now perfectly align with it. Top decking into Gradius' option, turning that 100 damage a turn into 200 damage a turn. You better watch out, boys. We're on a 3-turn clock now. Seto then says for the first time in his life that he needs Mokuba, not without the power of family that Vin Diesel taught them to destroy their father with, that there's just no way he can beat this guy.
The sooner you give in to my power, the less suffering you'll have to do.
Yeah, that's definitely not a thought process in line with a maniacal dictator or anything. Perfect for a CEO, though. Yugi finally activates his main character mode, screaming at Mokuba, saying, "I know you remember Kaiba and his giant fucking nose. I know you remember him." Well, of course, this is the first thing to actually break through to him mentally, not Kaiba begging and pleading for about 6 episodes, not him dueling and suffering for multiple episodes right in front of him. Nope, just Yugi transforming and yelling at him. Yup. All of a sudden, Seto burst in with actual real feelings, saying him and Mokuba are real family. They've always had each other's back, and they've always bonded over their mutual hatred for poor people.
Real one for him. He'd always remember his dream of owning a real one.
And I...
Okay, Mokuba, did you just cast a fucking spell and summon a dragon from a piece of paper with a dark arts? Like, why is he not using that power more often? Since this is the first time Seto's released any feelings in about 10 years, goes full John Cena promo mode and tells his brother Mokuba to be strong, and just like those days at the orphanage where it took about 90% of your dinner, to never give up. Hustle, loyalty, respect, those are the things that we'll never invest in if we ever want to get ahead in life. Noah's time is up and Seto's time is now, drawing a card and activating his Deckmaster's special ability to summon a monster with one less tribute. Feeling the one card that can save him, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, because we all know how much he just loves using that word.
It's the monster.
Well, I guess having TV static for eyes is what you get when you sit on Noah's couch watching TV for 72 fucking hours. Like, I don't even think he was brainwashed. Mokuba finally comes to his senses and immediately runs away from Noah, saying, please don't ever hug me like that ever again. Leaving Seto with a chance to attack freely, because anyone ever gonna explain why duels are capable of having collateral damage to people in the virtual world that aren't even dueling currently? Noah destroys the greatest, destroying both monsters at once, but oops, oh wait, it's Noah's turn, and now he has 5 monsters to remove. Brings him back all the way up to 7,400 life points and seemingly leaving Kaiba with a long road ahead of him still. Except screw the rules, I have trap cards, activating one of the most confusing cards ever printed in the history of the game, last turn. Also, for some reason, the trap card creates a giant tornado around them. I'm not really sure why, I just like the effect. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. Even though he seriously should have put a Jowgit in his deck sometime if he was going to rely on this strategy. Kaiba chooses his Blue Eyes to stand tall in this battle, which is a decent choice, but I'm still going to say bad move. Noah chooses his heart to be the monster for battle in what's supposed to be a one-on-one match. Because no one actually knows how this frickin' card works when the monster's destroyed and explode. He reveals the captain who was inside the ship the entire time. His name is Shinato, and he is drunk.
Did you see that, Father? I defeated Seto.
Did you see that, Daddy? I want a card game! For some reason, Noah merges with his Deckmaster after the duel because that has any significance and isn't just a 10-year-old kid pretending to be cool. I mean, he has so many other bodies to choose from, he doesn't have to choose just Seto, something he just completely failed to frickin' mention to the entire duel. Mokuba tries to run over to his brother Seto, but Noah says, wow, you guys have been through a lot, you want to get stoned? Putting them both into statues that barely move for hours, so basically just really good weed that I surely, maybe, probably, definitely would probably try. Yugi transforms faster than we've ever seen in our lives, calling Noah a punk-ass bitch for using Mokuba as a shield. But he couldn't win without cheating just like the Big Five, and that's something his father would not approve of. I don't know about that.
All you've proven here today is that you're a weak little boy who needs to cheat to get his way.
Anyone else forget that we're not watching a political debate for a few minutes there? The episode ends with Yugi already taking Kaiba's cards and shuffling them into his deck before Noah even agrees to the duel. Well, that's it for this week's episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and of course a shout out to all my channel members and patrons. I know September was mostly full of live streams and I didn't do a lot of episodes, but now I'm out of blisters and, you know, just a bunch of crap to open. I guess I'll have to make more episodes. You'll see more episodes this month. I know, it sucks. This has been the man from Earth with all the girth, ladies and gentlemen. Be the character you know you're worth. Later. For some reason, a monster summoning just comes telling Kaiba that he's been through this before with Joa. God damn it, I did it again. Removing from. Blue destroys the greatest, destroying both monsters at the same. Blue Eyes.